let's go. Now, I just want to make sure you're okay. All right. Again, I keep trying to tell you, writing out the formula is pretty important. All right. So I want to see what everybody's got. All right. No, we're right here. We're finishing this up, and then tonight's homework is just as easy. All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can tell me what you got on the first one. What you got? Somebody help me on this. 360 centimeters cubed. Okay, good. Okay. Let's go with number 2. What are you getting?
I got 55 inches.
55 inches cubed. Thank you, Diesel. Chloe, number 3. 420 centimeters cubed. I'm pretty happy with that. Ian, tell me about number 4.
I got 1,500
meters cubed. Number, Miss Pliego, number 5. Now, wait a minute. I think, what did you say it was? Yes, you did. That's what I was saying. Come on. We're waiting on Thomas, are you with me? Checking your work? Just a minute. She's got it. It's coming. 5,130. Did anybody else get that? All right. Very good. Thomas, did you get number 6? What? Loud and proud so I can hear it. Anybody else get 3.5? All right, we're good. All right, how about number 7? Yes, sir. Anybody else get that? Mia, what about number 8? Don't tell me that. Read number 8. Oh, well, did you watch the video? You could have done that. What do you say? Okay. All right. I'm going to let it slide, so come on now. Volume. All right, there's a formula for volume. Listen to me. It's very simple, kiddo. So tonight I need you to listen to that. Okay? Do me that favor, all right? Make sure you listen to that. All right? Number 8. Go ahead. 15.3 centimeters cubed. Anybody else get that? Okay. What did you get? Diesel?
Number 8, I got 500.
Anybody else? Is that what everybody else got? Carter. Oh, guess what you forgot to do, Diesel? Divide by 1/2 or divide by 2. There's 1/2. Now, Carly, make sure you figure out your mistake. Remember, you went 17 times 3 times 10.2 times 1/2. You agree with that? All right, so take your calculator and double check yourself. Did it get correct now? Okay, good. All right, Aiden. Now, this is the algebra part, Aiden. Do you remember? Did you get this one? 9. Algebra. Who did the algebra properly? Tell me. 4.2 meters. Meters. Right? Because you're measuring a length. Bradley, is that correct? Now, let's talk about it. Because remember, volume, you ready? Mia, volume is area of the base times the height, but this is a rectangular prism, so it's just length times width times height. You understand that, Aiden? Come on now. This is algebra now. You got to be good at algebra because this is what we're doing next year. So now you're plugging numbers in. It says the volume is 23.1 is equal to 11 times 0.5 times h. Do you agree with that? Now what's 11 times 0.5? right? Now, how do I solve for h here? What do we do?
You divide by 5.
That's exactly right. Take 23.1 and divide by 5.5. Everybody hear me? All right, and what is h? Say it again, 4.2, right? Now remember, this one is a length, so it's not squares, it's not cubes, it's a length, so it's just meters. All right? Now, for question number 10, how many volumes do we have on number 10? Thomas, come on now, put that up, please. I appreciate you wanting to read, buddy. Really, I do. All right? I don't have a problem. All right? Stay with me now. Please double check your work for me, Thomas. How many volumes do I have in number, what number is this? Number 10. How many different volumes do I have? 3, right? So they're all rectangular prisms. So it's volume equals length times width times height, plus length times width times height, plus length times width times height. Does everybody agree with that? Now, this length right here is always what? 4. So this length over here is going to be what also? 4. And what's this length over here also? 4. Does everybody see that? You with me on this? So now, just to make sure, you guys, because this is what's generally on the test, they have multiple figures that you have to figure out. And kids think that's hard. It's not hard, it's just you got to figure out all 3 of them, correct? All right. So now, your volume for this box over here, what dimensions am I going to use on that box? Volume equals 3. Oh, wait, I was wrong on that. 3 by 2.5 by what? 2. That's perfect. All right, I think this is a little unclear. This one's a little unclear. Right? So the first one, let's do that. 3 times 2 times 2.5. Now, the second one, volume is 3 times 1.75. Now the question is, what's this length right here? Well, to me, it might be what? It might be 3. It could be what? It's kind of hard to tell. Does everybody agree? But it looks like 3 now because it's matched up with this box over here, not the longer box inside. Everybody see that? So again, that's kind of a bad question. So let's go with times 3. And then the third volume is what? Somebody tell me the dimensions of the third volume. Thank you, whoever said that. 4, 2.5, and 4. Now everybody multiply those together and add, please. You already did it? Tell me what it is.
70.75.
Yeah, cubic feet. Anybody else get 70.75? Please don't just write 70.75. Don't be that lazy, guys. You have a calculator in your hand, and we could be doing it without a calculator. Now, how mean would that be, right? So I'm giving you a calculator. I want you to plug the numbers in the calculator and double check me on that. Is that what you got, Bradley? How are you doing? 70.75, you all right? Okay. Yes. And then you're going to add them up, though, because you're adding the 3 volumes. Do you hear me? What? Okay, well, all right. I'll see if I can hook you up, but I don't know if I do have any of the smaller ones. Okay? Don't worry about it. All right. Now, before we move on, I'm not going to do number 11, but what kind of shapes do I have on number 11? Someone tell me. Mr. Carter. And what else? And what else? Yes, we have 2 triangles and 1 rectangle. Is everybody with me on this? Triangle, 1/2 base times height times height. Everybody agree? Big H. Thank you very much. All right, and then the rectangular prism is just length times width times height. You guys have to know that now. Does anybody make the connection that a triangle is just half the what? Half the rectangle. A triangle prism is always just half of the what? Rectangular prism. That's another way you can remember it. But I wanted you to remember it as area of a triangle. It's 1/2 base times height. Does that make sense? All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Now, is today just as easy? Yes, because it's just another what? Just another formula. All right, just another volume. All right, so let's see where we're at. That was 12-5. Now let's take a look at 12-6. And really, I'm just going to say something for a minute, and then I'm going to let you go. All right, because this is easy. All right. Does everybody understand this is still a prism? But it's a circular prism, and a circular prism is called a cylinder. So again, I want you to write, listen to me now, I want you to write this down. The volume is equal to the area of the base times the height. Everybody's got to write that down. Because that's the same formula as what we did yesterday, correct? So volume equals base times height. However, the base of this prism is a what? A circle. And what's the formula for area of a circle that everybody already knows? Pi r squared. So the formula for volume of a cylinder is pi r squared times h. Pi r squared times h. Now, does everybody get the connection there? All right. Now, I got to show you how to do one here, and then I got to show you how to work backwards. All right. So I need your eyes up. So equals pi. What's the radius? Uh-oh. What's the radius, Aiden? Yep, 9.6. Thank you. All right, for trying the mental math. 9.6. So I want you to put parentheses, 9.6, and then what do I do with the radius? Square it, and then multiply it by the height. And what's the height? 30. So everybody type that in. Now, once we write it down, now you type it in on your calculator. You put the squiggly lines for approximately. Let's go. Type it in. I'll see if I can find you. 8,000 what? Oh, here you go. No. You understand?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So tell me again, Bradley, what was it, please?
It is 8,685.7.
Cubic feet. Cubic feet. Is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, because we're brilliant, I'm going to come down now and do question number 7. All right? We're on number 7 now. I need you to pay attention. This is the algebra part. So put a star by this and let's make sure you're good. What's the formula for volume of a cylinder again? Pi r squared h. Beautiful. Pi r squared h. What's the volume, guys? 60,052.5. 60,052.5 equals pi. What's the radius? Come on, guys. 15 squared times h. So now, the reason why this is hard is because you got to do 2 steps. Everybody has to tell me what pi times 15 squared is. Somebody tell me what pi times 15 squared is. 706.8. So I'm going to write this down. 706.8 times h equals 60,052.5. Who doesn't know that? Everybody good so far? Now, how do I solve for h? Tell me. That's exactly correct. So now on your paper, type in 60,052.5 divided by 706.8.
84.96.
So we could say, if we round that, they probably thought it was then what? 85. You agree with that? All right. If you said the decimal, do I care? Guys, I don't care. All right. So what did we say it was? The height is about 86 feet. Now look, I can't do that for you. You need to look at yourself and say, either I know what to do there or I don't, and then ask me a question. Come on, please don't sit there. Yes, ma'am. How to do what, though? Okay, so look right here, girl. All we did was we just plugged the numbers in. That's all. So here's the volume. Do you agree? So that goes where this volume is right here. That went in right there. True? Pi is just a number. That went in there. 115 is the radius, which was right there. And then I squared. You agree? So now on your calculator, do pi times 15 squared. Just a minute, guys. What did you say? 85. Okay, thank you. Thank you. What did you get when you did that?
706.
Which is what we got. Come on. Do you agree with that? Now you're on this step right here, right? So now how do you undo multiplication? There you go. Come on, you got this. So now take this and divide it by that and tell me if it's that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Over here? Yes, Carly, what?
I need some cube.
No, so listen to me. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. When you measure how tall you are, that's your what? Height. We don't say you're 85 cubic feet tall. We say you're 8 feet tall. You hear me? Right? If we're measuring area, you say what? Squares. If we're measuring volume, this is volume. Notice volume, they're going to put cubes. Notice for the radius, they didn't put square or cube because it's a length. Length is one-dimensional. Area is what? And volume is, right. And three-dimensional means you're using 3 numbers. Okay? So there's only, height is just measuring straight up. Good for you, buddy.
I'm confused. How did you get 85 feet?
Divided on my calculator. Please take 60,000. Type in this number and divide it by this number and tell me if you agree with that answer.
I get 841.
That just means you're not typing it in correctly. Come on. 60052.5. Did you see the decimal there? Maybe you didn't see the decimal. And then divide it by 706.8.
Oh, that's a point.
Yes, that's your mistake. Okay? Good? All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right? So now that's how you figure out the missing part. All right? Now, number 10. What shapes do I have on number 10? Everybody's got to look. What shapes do I have on number 10? Good job. Which makes a cylinder. That is correct. She said it perfect. 2 semi-cylinders. 2 semi-cylinders makes it a what? Cylinder. And then we also have a, that's exactly right. So our formula here, guys, volume equals pi r squared h plus LWH. Does anybody have a problem seeing that? Are you okay with this? Mia, are you okay with that now? No. There's this semi-cylinder. And this, there you go. That's exactly right. You could do it that way. It would be half. Yes, exactly right. Very good. Yes, you can do based on type. But because we're getting smarter, we can now say the formulas. Right? That's what I'm hoping you can do. I'm hoping you can just say a cylinder is a circle, pi r squared times its height. Right? Okay. So now let's type this in, please. Volume equals pi. What's the radius? No. What is it? 1.25. Because that over there, the 2.5 represents the diameter. Yes. So 1.25 squared. What's the height of the cylinder? No. It is 3.5. Now be careful with this now. The height of the cylinder goes this direction. Look at me. That's the height. Right? You have to be careful. See, you think you know. If without practicing and making a couple mistakes, you're not going to see it properly. Does everyone understand why it's 1.25 squared times 3.5, Thomas? All right, I knew you didn't. Plus, now what are the dimensions of the rectangular prism? Somebody speak up, loud and proud. Jack, you. Come on, you haven't done anything today. Sit up. You're acting like you don't care. What is it? Tell me.
It would be 2.5.
Good.
8.
Good.
And 3.5.
You are amazing. That is correct. Good job. All right. Now we're just going to do what? Type that straight into the calculator. And we're measuring volume, so our answer is going to be in cubes. So tell me somebody quickly. 87.2 approximately cubic feet. Now get in the habit of writing that approximate symbol. 2 squiggly lines. I'm going to mark you 10 points off. You, Justice, I'd just say, oh, he knows. I wouldn't mark anything off on you. That'd be extra credit for Justice. That's right. All right, Justice, you have nothing to worry about. Somebody said, okay, so double check it in. Clear it again, because I think it's 87.
No, but I got 87.2 too.
All right, so double check it now. Type it in. Pi times 1.25 squared times 3.5 plus 2.5 times 8 times 3.5. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just please double check. Number 15 is how many cylinders? 3. It's kind of ugly. I'm sure that's all you have to do. All right, so listen to me, guys. Because you were so great, cross out this page. Does everybody hear me? I'm going to come show you what you did wrong then. All you have to do is finish this page, guys. Now, I want you to write the formula and put the numbers into the formula. Does everybody hear me? And then use your calculator. All right? Get busy now. Finish up. Good job today, guys. Really, really good.